Hey,
What's up, bud?
what's going on, man? How we doing?
Have a lovely week.
I
Yeah,
heard
looking good so far.
Yeah.
I heard that, man. Yeah, man. Another week closer to getting it done, man. Getting out there and getting some racing done, man. I don't know about y'all, but I'm anxious, man. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially this warm weather we got now.
I
Well,
know, man. We
warm
get
weather. The nights are still freaking frosty,
Yeah.
freezing,
but
man. Freezing.
crazy how much it'd be flipping around. All the car got all my hoodies in it.
Mhm.
I know, man. I know it's so funny because everybody always talks about our Virginia weather, man. Where it's like when I was cutting grass in the springtime, it's like you leave the house and like full wrapped up hoodie, man. And about 11:30, you're like stripping all of it off. It's
Yeah.
just
Sweating.
make your mind up. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So look, man, I don't know. We had a good weekend, right, fellas, man? We had a chance to go out and check out some property, man. What do you guys think, man?
I think it looks real promising. Real
Yeah.
promising.
A lot of good land.
Yeah,
I know we had fun cruising around, checking things out.
Yeah.
Looked real promising. Looked like good area for some track. Camping area looked like it'd be good. A lot of potential.
absolutely, man. Absolutely. I know Heather told me she took a video on the back of the ATV from that one corner where we came out of the woods right there.
Mm-hmm.
On the road at 20 miles an hour. It was a minute and 16-second video, man. So
Yeah, to come down the
that,
front side.
absolutely, yeah, coming down that road that runs around the front
Yeah.
side of that thing.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be awesome, man. I know we're anxious. We're looking forward to it, man. So
Yeah, y'all gonna release any sneak peek videos on the little channel? Maybe a little sneak peek in the reel here or there.
I am, man. I am. We had it was so windy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the drone, man, like it handled it pretty good. But then once we got up, maybe like I think it was I don't know, about 300 or 400 feet, you know what I mean, to try to get like a whole pan, man. It really started shaking pretty bad. So
Yeah.
but other than that, man, we're definitely gonna do some we'll do some writing on we're gonna draw it all out on the land, you know, what we want where, and then we'll post that, you know, once we get a little closer, once we find out a couple more ideas, a couple more things we gotta cover first, yeah. But so I know you've seen on Facebook, man. So I'm looking for Bellhausen, big block forward to a ATI cased power glide.
ATI case power glide.
Yes, basically.
ATI case.
Yeah, from what I understand, man, I sent pictures to John at FTI. For what I saw, man, basically that's all it works with that case. Is that the only Bellhausen they make? So I found one on eBay, man, and I ordered it. It's 400.
Make it in time.
It says it'll be here between Friday and Monday, Kyle. So yeah, so what we've done is I've been gracious enough, man. It's pretty cool. So what's going on, Scotty? Appreciate you joining us, man. Basically what's happening, man, is Grant at FTI. I'll call him tomorrow, Joey. I will call Grant tomorrow, yeah, because I called. Basically, he told me that they could order me one, but it was 3 to 5 weeks behind.
Yeah, same way somebody had commented on your Facebook post and said they were kind of hard to get.
Yeah, apparently, man, I didn't know. And so what we figured out is the Bellhausen I bought is
right
actually.
for your luck.
Do it again.
I said that's about right for your luck.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Get that one-off stuff up there. See, you should have kept that Chevy power plant in there, man.
Man, that's the same shit that Kiesler said to me, man. But no, so long story short was I guess the Bellhausen I bought works for a factory case power glide.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically I think Tyler's buddy's got one of those. He's gonna let me borrow for I guess until my Bellhausen comes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're mocking everything up, or
yeah. So we should have. Yeah, so they're supposed to be hopefully pulling that motor and trans tonight for me. That way they'll have that trans to put in the truck, Kyle. That way we can get it mocked up. That way we can get it painted.
Yeah.
And that way when we're ready to go, you know, because we still got to cut drive shaft loops, brake line.
Oh yeah. Still a lot of work.
Yeah, shout out to Jellyman in South Carolina, man. Cut me a rotor overnight. Helped me out. I appreciate that. All hands on deck, man. I really appreciate all the help from everybody, man. It's so many people to name. It's ridiculous, dude. But we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there March 9th. So
yeah, that's why you gotta love that Mud family.
Yep.
Why does it look like my wife did? in the video, it looks like my wife's a surgeon, but they're not surgeon in here.
I was wondering what you got going on. Yeah, but it's all good.
No, they're not. Man, I'll tell you, around about this time, we normally get some paranormal activity around my shop. Like my daddy built this shop years and years ago, and ever since he passed away, some weird stuff be going around up in here. And then both my uncles recently passed away, and they helped my dad build the shop. So ever since then, some weird stuff like these lights are not moving at all behind me, but in the camera, they are doing craziness.
I see. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's all right. If it goes pitch black, man, it's all good. We'll cut you out and bring you back.
If it goes pitch black and you hear us holler, yeah, you know where the shop is. Send help.
Yeah. All right, so man, so Scotty said, man, what with all the series racing tracks going on, man, this year is going to be crazy. He's absolutely right, man. We're kind of lucky, man, fellas. We are really lucky, man, because we've got guys and people that we know that are spread out across all these different classes, man. Including myself, and then all the way down. You know what I mean? Randy, Kyle, you running the DOT trucks this year. Me and Russ gonna try to premiere
Nick's
stuff out.
His truck ready to go.
Yep, Nick be getting his stuff together, man. Nick be ready to rock and roll. So, and I'm just curious to see. I know Scott Riggs, Twisted Chicken, they were talking about coming back strong, man. They had a motor failure last year, so
that's a bad talk, man. It rides.
I'm telling you, man.
That thing rides, man.
I'm really
full body too, a true full body truck.
Yeah, and man, I'm really excited to see. Man, just to see how the horseshoe track goes, the horseshoe class that the Southeast came out with. Really anxious to see how that goes, man. We got one of our own, and Randy Manton's going to go down there, man, and tank with them boys. So I'm excited about that to see how he does with them and be able to keep us updated on all that stuff, man. So
absolutely.
To answer Scotty's question, man, my plan is to try to kind of just keep. I don't know, man. Let's just talk mud racing, man, and no pressure, and just have fun with it, man.
It's keeping communication between all the tracks, letting everybody know what's going on, trying to link everybody together.
And as racing season goes on, bringing people on from the tracks that have been racing and all that.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's what, man, because that's the way to spread the word, man. Like I was talking about it. I was just on the phone with somebody a little while ago, and we were talking about how it's so hard because the DOT guys, they want to get out, they want to run, but the track rules come out, 2 weeks before the race or whatever it is. And then these guys are like panicking, trying to figure it out, man. So my goal is to try to get that straightened out for those guys, man, and get, schedules, a list of all the races, mega truck races, the premier races. Like I said, obviously we're going to be going to those, man. We're going to have Jerry Koch on in a little while, dude, to talk about the Sinister Six series, which I think is awesome, dude, for the youngins, man.
Yeah, they went all the way up there to that snowball from right here.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of them.
I know, man, and I'm anxious to ask him about that too, man. I can't wait to talk and to see how that goes, man, because I'm trying to talk Heather into making a trip, man. But I don't know, man. That cold weather, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I ain't a big fan of the cold neither. I'm more one of them tropical kind of motherfuckers. I'm looking forward to this Georgia.
I heard that, and then so to let everybody know, man, what it is, and at about 8:30, I'm going to announce a question. And that trivia question, whoever has the answer to that question, the closest to without going over, will win a track classified Kindle this weekend.
All right.
Say, Russell?
That says the Bob Barker Price is Right.
The Bob Barker's Price is Right. That's right. Yep.
Closest to without going over.
Yep. Now I understand. I want to give everybody a heads up. What I had the trivia question that I have posted. He's so stupid. The trivia question that I have posted, there's a lot of different answers. So I have screenshot the answer that I got when I Googled it, because I know everybody's going to Google it. So that's kind of the fun thing about it, man, is that I'm hoping to hear all kind of answers, man. So, so we're going to get to that, man. But without further ado, I would like to introduce you, man, the godfather of racing.
The godfather himself.
Blaine, where you at, bro? Oh,
Blaine. He out there with the lights on.
Blaine.
He got the mute.
I can't hear you.
Posted.
I can't hear you, Blaine. Look at.
Oh,
They gone.
we lost. I'm saying they must not have good service down there in South Carolina.
I don't think they do, man. Anyway, so we'll talk about us out while we're getting him. Let's see. Blaine. Technical difficulties, yeah. All right. So,
gotta love technology.
Yeah.
We got something going on there. Rig, you hear me?
Oh, he's got a cameraman assistant. We're good now.
We just talked a minute ago, man. Damn. It was working. Blaine, you hear me? I'm gonna resend it.
We'll go get this figured out.
One way or another, we'll get there. One sip at a time.
Yeah, give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry about this, man. I figure we're gonna have one interruption, man. One accident.
Oh yeah.
What's that? All right, cool. He's back, I think.
Yeah, we're hoping to get a trip down there to it this year. I'm gonna try to get Kyle's truck down there to one of their events on the DOT road.
Yeah.
He said that turn, boy.
Yeah. It's got me intrigued.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back now. Here we go.
What's going on, outlaws, rednecks, and countrymen?
Now
Give me your ear, you hear me? Y'all, we get ready for a great race this weekend. How you been doing, Blake?
Oh, man, I'm excited, man. I'm making the trip down. I told you we're coming down to watch, coming down to help, coming down to do whatever you need me to do.
Is that Russell on the other side?
It is. It's Russell Kyle, yep.
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, we in here tinkering with the truck. Last minute shit.
Hey,
you know.
Yeah.
I just got one question to ask anybody listening and watching it. Is everybody waiting like us and everybody waiting for the last daggone second to get all this shit ready?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about.
The true March Madness is about to really get started. Bro.
Yeah.
I ain't lying. But we just started touching our trucks 2 weeks ago. Well, I got back from Florida, and I ain't even set the motor back in my truck yet. Took the transmission out. The transmission's tore up.
Oh, man.
It ain't one thing, it's another.
There you go. But, hey, we wouldn't have it no other way, would we?
That's right.
There you
Makes
go.
it fun.
Everybody have a good Christmas, New Year?
Yeah. How'd y'all do
Yes,
that
sir.
there?
We had
Good news, no?
we getting a lot of water. We got a lot of water. We've been pumping on the track on the turn. When I left there Sunday, it was 7 foot deep in the turn.
Oh shit.
Matter of fact, last Saturday, my dad's boat wasn't running right, so I did the carburetors while we was working on everything, and I backed it in the turn and cranked it up and tested it.
Gonna need some goddamn rubber duckies when you hit that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Make you stay high in the turn. I'll tell you that now. You won't go low.
If you go low, put your set lines on the side of your truck, and you'll catch something on the turns.
All right, Blaine. So you ready to talk? Let's talk dates, man. You ready?
Yeah, man. First of all, I want to thank everybody out for supporting us. You know, the first race is coming up the 24th. The 6th of April is going to be the DOT series boys coming in. We're going to run their rules. The only thing I changed on that rule package is everybody will run 2 passes at my track. August 8th is like our back to school bash. And October 5th, if y'all don't know about October 5th, that is a national holiday. I've done talked to Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. They're going to make that instead of President's Day. October 5th is going to be my birthday bash. You go get that day off. It's in the works.
Sounds
Hell
good.
yeah.
Well, it looked like a good schedule, man. I know that August 10th race should be a good time. That April 6th is going to be an awesome time with the DOT boys for sure.
Yeah.
So now I know I've had a lot of questions asked, man, about the corner. And then I've had a lot of questions asked about the rules, man. So what we'll do is we'll go through the rules here, Blaine, and then we'll go through them. And then anybody has any questions, we'll go ahead and let them fill it in. All right.
Right. Go ahead, man. Talk to it. Say it.
It's basically in the street class, man. Any ties. Yeah, any size uncut DOT tire.
Yep.
No V8s.
Unless
Let me read the Russ. You read through them too. Anything you see, Russ?
Yeah, no V8 compacts. Yeah, no motor swap. No S10s of the V8. Yeah.
No Toyotas. That's in the street class.
Mhm.
No power additives in the street in any of the classes other than 1 tons and megas.
Now with factory interior, do you mean it's factory? You got to have factory dash and door panels and all that shit, or just
on the street class? Yes, it should be driven on the street.
Okay.
Like I say, you got a couple people that's got big motor, got the LS motors in them, and
Mhm.
if it did not come with LS, I can't let you run in the street class.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then always make sure obvious neck brace, helmet,
Yes,
long pants, no open toed shoes. Chandler, I know your ass is watching.
barefooted.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen you comment on the shit. No, yeah.
Yep, no open-toe shoes. Chandler, he's the exception. Y'all got to look over Chandler. I don't believe he got. Most people got a full ladder rung. Chandler missed the first step. But no, I got to give it old Chandler. I love him to death, boy. I believe he'd walk through hell with gasoline on gasoline underwear on for me.
I believe.
Yeah. Good people to have on your side there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's one thing I want to try and talk to everybody about and get everybody else online with it. I know it's supposed to have, but we've been slacking on fire extinguishers in truck, and I'm the number one for it, So I'm gonna try and, we get a little rules package in if we get the fire extinguishers and stuff like that. Even though we have some on the track, but I think we all need to have fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every truck
definitely.
needs one.
Most
Yeah,
definitely, every truck needs one, and within the driver's reach.
Yep.
Right. Well, in myself, I'd have to put it on the steering wheel because I ain't got one hand to reach it with.
You can put it down between your legs or they're mounted on the floor. Reach down and grab that something going.
What was it? Jay Lynch with the seatbelt got him in the the lower region. I ain't got much down there, and I don't want them ripped off.
Can't risk losing that.
No. I ain't got no. I don't want no more babies. But the point of it is,
Hey, Blaine.
Yes, sir.
Check it out. Look on the screen.
Zach Kiesler.
Yeah.
Riggs, you got to pull your phone up where I can see. I'm blind, y'all. This old man here's old.
Y'all crazy, man. All right, so look, moving on.
Zach Kiesler talking trash. I'll flatten all his tires on his motorhome set Friday night.
All right, Blaine, look, so let's move on, man, to your A class, B class. So these rules are basically all the same. It's just tire size is different, correct?
Correct.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Now, I got a lot of Virginia guys probably watching, man, so they're curious. How are you doing with the tire changing thing? Are you going to let if them boys come down there to you?
Right. I mean, I've always allowed it. I mean, we all having a good time, and change your tires, just make it quick as you can. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a problem, call us and tell us something's going on. We'll move you to the back of the line.
That's right.
And
that's the beauty. That's the one beauty I can say, man, about having the horseshoe racing is that, like, with the straight line racing we do up here, chip draw is kind of pivotal. You know what I mean? It's pivotal.
Right.
So, like with the horseshoe stuff, you can allow for that. So I was just curious, man, because I know with these rule sets, like we used to do, we come down there and bring all these tires and can run all this stuff because the truck fits. So now I gotta ask, how you gonna do? Can you win more than one class?
Hey, me and a friend of mine has talked about it. The way I see it, if you come down there and you dominate, I guess I'm gonna have to build a bigger motor to beat you. That's all it's saying.
Hey, I like it.
Me and my son's been racing for a while, and y'all know we have, and we do we race a lot of tracks and stuff. And hey, I put the money in my trucks to win too. So
No way.
Now, what's your run order down there?
We'll run if we have enough. Excuse me. Like Johnny Martin and them come, we'll run them first. No, Power Wheels gates open it. Let me start over. The gates open at 10. Racing starts at 12. That would be the Power Wheels. And if we got Johnny Martin and them there to make a pass, we'll put them on the fast track, let them make their pass, and then we'll go into street class, then A, B, C, and D. And if we got time permitting, if everybody wants to run a consistency on the flat track, we'll run it too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that, man. I thought I thought Jordan had sent me that flyer, Blaine. I'm sure she did. I don't think I had time to move it over, man. That's my fault.
No,
We
that's
did it right here.
That's okay.
All right. So then we move on to your 1 ton, your mega, and your unlimited. It's all right.
That's fine. Go on.
Man, I can't switch.
The 1 ton axles, any V-tread tire. You got a size limit on your V-treads?
No, it's just V-tread. I think, if I'm not mistaken, some of them tires on the 1 tons can be them farm tires, can't they? Don't
Like
a couple tracks run them?
American Farmer.
Yeah, some tracks are like hit and miss on who lets the American farmers run or not.
Right. I'm just saying, hey, don't 1 ton means 1 ton axles on it. Let it roll.
Hell yeah, I like that.
V-Trails and them farm techs. I mean, whatever you call them. American Farmer. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Farm techs, timing system.
Oh, there you go, right there. All right. So for everybody watching, there you go. I'm sorry, I took me a minute to get that right.
That's our season opener right there.
Yep.
We put I said 20 spots in. First come, first serve on them for this race only. Get there. If you need a spot, you ain't paid for the spot. You can, get there quick enough to get it. I know there's, let me see, 1, 2, I think 4 spots. I assigned some people, friends of mine. One of them's been battling cancer, and he's gonna park in that spot. And I kind of don't want nobody, if they go to him, just speak to him through the windshield, because he can't afford to get sick. Good friend of mine, old Raymond Dorenzo from Bamberg.
That's good though. At least be able to watch it.
Yeah.
All right, Blaine, are you ready? Are you ready for the question?
What is that?
The question that everybody online's got an answer to win a trackside spot at your place this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
go
here
ahead.
it is. What is the dry weight of a small block Chevrolet, fully dressed?
Okay. You talking about a stock or?
Yep, stock.
Built.
Stock.
Do I got to answer that or somebody else does?
No, I was letting you know that I picked this question because your ass got a small block. That's what, yeah. But you more welcome. I mean, if you win it, Blaine,
I was say, hell, I own small blocks, and I don't know weight. I know what the dry weight of my truck is.
Oh, we got some numbers coming in. Here we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, Blaine, if you want to take a guess at it and you pick it, man.
What's it? It says 561. Jared said 623. David said 410.
You said closest without going over, correct?
Yeah, we priced it right in this, Bob Barker.
350, 565 coming in from Kyle Roll.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a stock motor out of a stock pickup now, ain't it? Cast iron heads, cast iron block, cast iron intake, and that old big quadrajet quabawayer on top.
Yeah.
Man, we got some good numbers coming in, man.
I had a dang old Chevrolet step side.
Numbers there.
Yeah.
They're man, we're gonna have to really go back through and look because
heavy.
Red said heavy.
Now, what are we gonna do if someone if someone 2 people hit it dead on the spot?
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Well, I wanted to run for a little while. You know what I mean? Because I didn't. I'm gonna say now that.
What's the cutoff on your guessing time? The end of the show?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the end of the show, but I hate to say Donald Matthews has the correct answer.
Yeah,
575 pounds.
Mm.
Did he look at it? He Googled it. He disqualified. I bet you Googled it.
Hey, listen. The way I wanted to do it was If you Googled it, I Googled it, and there was like 6 different answers. So I even did it right here. So I'll show you the clip of what I got. Right there is when I Googled it.
You cheated too.
Congratulations to Donald Matthews, man. Let me know, Donald, if you're gonna make it down there or not, man. I'm going down. So we'll be like I said, we'll definitely get up with you and get you that spot.
Same.
So I appreciate it. Blaine, is there anything else you would like to talk about before I bring on Jennifer and Eddie from Fast Tracks?
No, y'all, all I ask is just everybody coming from up north, down south, all over, just drive safe, because I want to see you at the race. We've done a lot of changes this year, and I just want to see everybody there. Y'all be careful when y'all come this weekend. Be careful with driving, and thank you for having me on tonight.
Appreciate you coming on with us.
Yeah, thank you.
But if I could help y'all do anything in the later, I'll talk to you about that guardrail and stuff. You just let me know.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I definitely want to do some chatting when we're down there this weekend, Blaine, about our place that we got coming on up here. And
like I said, we're trying to get all of us tracks to work together and be on one big group of rules, so that someone can take a truck from down there and come up here and know they can run every class just like they're down there.
Yeah.
I just want one rule for up yonder with y'all. Let's please make 2 passes.
Hey.
Yeah, because all of ours will pretty much be heads up, with the horseshoe track. So you got to have 2 passes to be able to run, the right side, left side.
Yeah, because I want to, like me and Blake talked before. I want to make another trip. We're gonna make 1 trip a year from somewhere from South Carolina. We had BT and them with us one year. We went to Florida, down to the Sam Sula Raceway, and they dominated we dominated it down there. BT, I think, won a class. I think bunch of us, who was it? Who? Caney and Owen won a class, and BT and them won a class, and I got protested. They said I was shooting nitrous. But
man, we definitely want to be involved. Like I said, I mean, the way I got it planned, man, is I want to do everything. We do timers, because my plan on the next year is to do a couple different style events. You know what I mean? We're gonna do some heads up stuff, and then we'll obviously do some timer stuff. Okay. So the timer stuff I want to do, I'm definitely going to be 2 passes, and then top 8 come back to make a 3rd hit.
Amen. Yes, sir.
I mean, I agree, man. I mean, I hate to say it, dude, but I mean, how many times, Russ, have we been racing? Like when we went to Dennis, remember?
Yeah.
And my first pass, I broke the left tire off the back of that bitch, but it was still fast enough for the top 8, and we threw an axle in that bitch.
Well, I want
and took 3rd on that bitch
too. Went down to Bonnet's place. I made the top 8 down there. Just by simply having a truck to stay together.
Right.
That's it. You're right.
When is that race up there at Dennis's?
April 19th and 20th.
Yep.
Yeah, 420.
He was supposed to call me this week, but I ain't got a phone call from him yet.
Are y'all coming up?
I'm wanting to. Me and Riggs was talking about it, but we really got to see what's going on before we make plans.
We'll be there Friday night. Me and Russ are coming in Friday. Yeah, we're gonna run 2 rounds. I'm gonna try to run more than 2 rounds. You know what I mean?
Right. No
we're
problem.
Gonna start with trying to run 2 rounds and see how we go from there.
Okay. Well,
you're more welcome to stay on, Blaine. You know that. If you want to roll. I'm
gonna probably roll out, y'all. I got to get this old hunk of junk ready for this weekend, because I know I'm not bringing mine. My motor's right on in the floor. My truck's across the way. The transfer case is on the other side. I doubt I'm gonna make my truck.
Yeah, I think we all been there before, brother.
I told Riggs I might put the motor in the red truck, but that's too. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna just get his truck running. I don't like racing at my own track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be hands on. But y'all, God bless you.
Hey, you gonna run the Dodge in the street class, right?
My front end ain't hooked up yet.
Come on, man.
I'm not putting them down. I can't put my dang on boggles on the back of that thing.
There you go.
Answers, not excuses. Answers, not excuses.
All right, man.
I appreciate
have a great night, man. And I'll catch y'all next time. We'll talk. If you want to talk on next week about how the weekend went, call me and let me know.
Sounds great, Blaine. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Man, that was awesome, dude. What do you think about that, man? That was pretty sweet, man. I enjoyed that with Blaine, man. I'm excited.
At least I know I'm not the only one still tinkering in the shop trying to get shit ready.
I think everybody is.
I heard that. All right, man. So up next, we got everybody watching. We got we're gonna bring on Eddie and Jennifer from Fast Tracks.
Yeah.
They got a date coming up here on April 5th through 7th. We're gonna get a little more. Oh, my man, tongue tied, man. A little more information.
I love it there, didn't you?
A little dry, man. A little thing, yeah. April 5th to the 7th, and we're gonna talk about what their rules are gonna be, and kind of what we're expecting with the ride and all. So without further, we gonna say Kyle?
No, go ahead.
Cool. Hey, Eddie.
Hey, how you doing, Blake?
Doing good, Eddie. Nice to finally meet you. You're the person anyway. I know we talked on the phone. So man, we're everybody's getting amped up for your wrong thing. So we're all getting amped up for the April 5th through 7th race, man. So you want to go ahead and give everybody a little preview into that for us?
Yeah, we're trying to get the track finished. We just starting on it to do this heads up racing. It might not happen in April. Definitely gonna happen in July. It's gonna be heads up, non-timed or timed, either or. The April race is it will be timed.
Okay.
It's got let me find it again. We got small tire, big tire, and we got 1 tons of megas. I go back to my notes here because I've been on the road 14 hours today.
So you're fine, man. Take time, man.
Where you drive tractor trailers?
No, I do heat and air for a living. I went from one side of North Carolina to the other and back today.
Oh man.
But it was all good. I did that so I could be here for Blake tonight. I was going to leave out this. I was going to leave out this morning. I said, "Nah, that's too much." So I just did it today, and then I got to go to the coast to work also this week, and then go back up there. You know how it is. It ain't one thing; it's another. All right, where's all my? All right, here we go. April Mud Bog. We're going to have stock DOT 36s and down. No, he said 38s and down. I'm sorry. 38.5s and down for the. It's got to be naturally aspirated and a non-modified body or truck. It can be 6 inches one way or the other. Some people change springs and it might be off, 3 inches one way or the other. So you can run it with up to 6 inches. He's not going to complain about it, say nothing at all. Then you got big tire class, which is up to 44s. Try and keep a truck looking appearance. Mm-hmm. The rules are pretty much like, most of the other tracks. He's keeping them simple. Then we got the 1 ton class, and then we got the open unlimited class, and then you got your megas naturally in the 1 ton, and then your big mega trucks. And if there's enough vehicles or different vehicles, like say 4 and 6 cylinders show up, and there's enough of them, he'll add another class to them. The July race will be totally different because everything will be finished by that time.
I like how y'all got the arm restraint or window net if there's no window in there. You don't see too many tracks putting that in there, but that's a good safety add-on.
Yeah, we had it in our truck when we used to mud race. We retired and went to drag race, and I retired from that and started playing with side-by-sides full time. But yeah, we had window. You got to have a window net or some kind of like a Hans device to keep you from God forbid something happened and flip over. That's what the net's for. That's what the Hans device is for. I know in drag racing we use arm restraints so they can't come out the car, the windows, or the rails.
Race 10 carts, and that's what we had the arm restraints because there is no It's just a little open cage and a wing up top, but we had farmers for that.
Exactly. So I mean, that's up to the driver, but we would require, not mandatory, but require a net or at least a window to roll up.
Yeah, something to stop it from coming out.
Yeah.
And now, are you going to do on your as far as your DOT racing? Are you doing is all that you doing a straight line? We're doing straight line, correct? Straight line.
He's doing a bog, and if he gets enough interest in it, he will do a obstacle course.
Okay, and then on the DOT truck side of things, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it just depends on how many show up and what they want to do. You know how it is from track to track. Some might blow it out, fill it all the way up, and others might not. It just depends on what's going on that weekend. We do have something here. It's called a Hard Time Award. You drive, you show up, your truck breaks before it gets off the trailer, or you pull up to the line and the truck breaks. The track officials get together at the end of the day. If it happens to 2 or 3 people or one, we got people making donations towards the race. So we decided to take that money and put it to the hard time guy, because you drive, and it could be 2 people.
That's awesome.
This way, you might have a good truck, get there and it break, and now you're out a couple $100. Well, you can win a couple hundred.
I've been that guy. We put a brand new motor in this truck and went all the way down there to Twitty's, fired it up off the trailer, and as soon as the tires hit the ground, it spun a main bearing.
Yep. I see that.
Back on the trailer all the way down there in South Carolina after hauling.
Yeah, that's why we decided, instead of giving it to the winners, we'll give it to some of the people having hard times. And some races might be more than others, because it's all based on the donations. Gonna try at least to have $300 to $500 every time. If we get more, we can split up different ways, different people. April race is guaranteed money.
Yeah. What? And you said the riding was going to be open that weekend, correct? It was open, right?
Ride. What kind of ride? You talking about the ATVs and all?
ATV riding, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
No,
sir. Riding all weekend.
They got to pay to come in April. There is another month. I'm trying to skip that one right now. It's right behind that one. But everybody here is free and bypasses everything else.
Yeah. But it's open to ride on April.
You pay to come in the gate, you can ride, no problem.
And night riding's open.
Night riding's open. You can ride day, night, play in the swamp, the mud holes where the mega trucks go, whatever you want to do.
Cool, awesome.
And then there's a lot more coming up in the future. We just sort of holding our hats on some stuff right now.
Yeah.
But the July 4th to the 7th is a 2-day race.
Okay.
It's going to have big payouts. It's going to have, we're also building a track. It might be ready. It might not be ready. It probably ain't going to be ready for the April race. We're building a side-by-side 4-wheeler / track obstacle course. This way, 4-wheelers, side-by-sides, built, not built. It's going to have to go through mud, water, woods, climb hills, climb culverts and stuff. And it's going to be a timed race when we get that up and going. That'll be definitely by July.
It's like a little mini King of the Hammers.
Yeah, basically.
That's awesome.
But they're also in April, if there's enough of them there, people bring enough side-by-sides and 4-wheels and want to run the bog only, he'll open up a class for them to run that weekend.
Yeah.
It'll be strictly the bog. But yeah, that little obstacle course is going to be pretty neat.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try that out.
And it'll be there every time for every race after that for everybody, or if they get enough, even when they're not racing mega trucks, mud bogging or nothing, they still have the course there. If people come in during the regular week.
Go practice on it.
Yeah. And I don't know how good some of y'all know Leroy. He don't leave nothing alone long. Once
No.
people get a hang of it, he's gonna change it.
There you go.
He don't leave it the same. It's gonna get changed. This way you don't get a big advantage over everybody else.
Yeah. I like that though. That's a good part. Go, get a different look at the same track.
Well, he does that with his mud bogs, the big megas. He changes them tracks religiously. He's always moving it, digging it, finding soupier, nastier holes to get them stuck in. And
Yeah.
there at one time, some of the boys were just blowing. Denny come down. Y'all know Denny Curley, I think, and he's got a big blower. Used to belong to Todd Tutelo. And they got that thing dialed in, and he skimmed right across the top of that pit like he won't nothing. And when I say skimmed it, I knew he was going to skim it before he ever went, because I raced with him before.
I have to see, man. I have to get in touch with I think it's Sean Stevens with Lee County, man, to see if I can get them boys on here to talk about their race before they have their last Fast of the Fast down there, man.
Yeah, this is the last one. I don't know what happened. Why she's why she's I know why. She's got a fishing charter boat that she's on a lot out there now at the coast. But I can't see why Sean would run the track. He knows what he's doing. He's real good at it.
That's right. If anybody has any questions for you going forward, they can message you or Jennifer, correct?
Yep, or Leroy.
Okay,
we got a fast track, and they got a fast tracks page. So if they go to fast tracks page, they can put any request in and go from there. Hang on, we got something else here. Jen's popping in.
All right. DOT is straight bog and obstacle.
Straight bog and obstacle. All right, so running boats. All right, cool. All right,
separate classes.
I see it now. You tell her I'm sorry. Tell Sheila I'm sorry. Here we are. We're doing bog and obstacle. Of course, that's Saturday. I see it now. I'm sorry. All right, awesome, man. Well, I appreciate your time, man. And like I said, we'll be on. We might have you back on here right before we go down there, Russ. What do you think, man? Check it out. Maybe get a little.
All right, give me a call. Let's see, mate. We got a June event, but like I say, that's the free weekend. But we're not discussing that. We got to get through the April 1 first.
That's fine.
And then if you hook up with me before that, I'll fill everybody in on what's going on with that one. That's going to be really nice for a lot of people once I disclose what's going on that weekend.
Sounds good, man.
They'll be racing that weekend also.
Awesome. Like that. I appreciate it, man. So thank you very much, man. Y'all have a good night.
You have a good one too. I'm going to crash now.
I heard that. Oh, that was quick, wasn't it? So what do you think, Russ, man? Do you think we make a trip down there to Fast Tracks on April 6th, man?
On April 6th, I have to see how that fits in. One of the trucks could probably get down there. That's for sure.
I think so. I think we can figure it out, man. I think we can figure out.
We'll take the 4-wheelers down there and have a good time.
Yeah.
I think for sure. All right, man. So now coming up next, man, is Jared Cook, man, with the Sinister 6 Series, man. He's been doing a lot with that dude, and on top of that, man, he's been doing a lot with. They just came back from the Snowball, man. So I'm really curious to hear about that, man. So give him a nice warm welcome here. Hey, Jared.
Hey guys, you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
How we doing, man?
Doing good. I'm a little sleepy. I caught a little nap before the show. I'm feeling a little better. A lot of driving over the last few days, man. A lot of driving.
How long was it?
Yeah,
our trip up, it took us about 17 hours to get up there. Should have only taken about 12, but the combination of the roads and the routes that we took with the camper and the trailer, there's some places that had little teeny tunnels and little bridges and stuff that we had to drive around to get around that. And then we stopped and visited some friends on the way up, a couple places. We visited my wife's family around Philadelphia, so that took us off course a little bit. And then we had some other friends up in Connecticut, some Coast Guard friends that we used to know here that moved up there a while ago. So we went off course and stayed the night with them. So it was a good trip to go visit with friends and stuff on the way up. So we went a little out of our way to visit with some people. But the way home, let's see. We left out of there Sunday morning at 6 a.m. We got to Philadelphia about 2 p.m. And then today we left Philadelphia about 6:30 in the morning. We got here, I guess, again, around 2 in the afternoon. So lots of driving.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's a hell of a trip.
Man, I know we're gonna have to check it out one year, man. I know I have to talk to Marty. I'm gonna talk to Marty a little bit this year and see what his thoughts were too on it, man. But I know we're gonna have to do it one year, man. So can you run anything up there in that class? It can be like I could put Plan C on V treads with spikes in them and run it up there.
I'm gonna defer to Randy and say, ask Randy about that for sure. But I will say the style that they ran the event was different than anything I'd ever seen. I mean, basically when he called, they started the show. I'm trying to remember exactly what they got going first. They started the show with the obstacle course, obviously. They let the snowmobiles go first so that there was still some snow on the track and it wasn't all rutted up for the snowmobiles. So they had the snowmobiles go do their obstacle course, same track we ran with the trucks before the snow got all tore up. And snowmobiles went. And then after that, it was kind of a free-for-all. I mean, they took everybody's information down. They did a really good job running it. So basically, if you were in the 8-cylinder class or you were in the 6-cylinder class or you were in the V-tread class, whatever class you were in, they had all the papers right up there by the starting line. And then everybody went to staging. And it was like, when you're ready to go, you pull up to the line and go. So, I mean, it was like one pass would be a V-tread, and then there might be a 6-cylinder coming right behind them. Then there might be an 8-cylinder truck right behind them. Then it might go back to a couple more 6-cylinders and V-treads. And it was just kind of, they take your time. And if you felt like you wanted to run last, you could run last. If you wanted to run first before it got all rutted up, you could run first. It was just kind of a big, more of a party atmosphere. It was a lot of fun. Really laid back, and just everybody was there just to have a good time. It wasn't super competitive or anything. It was just a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man. So how far? And go ahead, Russ.
Oh no, I was just saying that's awesome.
Well, I was curious. So how far? So I've seen on TikTok or whatever. So is that close to where they run up the ski slope? Like, have you seen it where they like drag race up the ski slope?
I have seen those. I don't know if that is in the same area or not. I will say it's a little hilly out there. I mean, there are some hills and stuff, but it's way, way eastern. I mean, we're like talking, less than 20 miles from the coast. So, yeah. I mean, it's way, you're following the coastline all the way up. So it wasn't too terribly mountainous. I will say, for those guys that are taking haulers and stuff up there and thinking about going up in the wintertime, that's one thing that I was nervous about because we just have a little, we took our camper up. It's only 2-wheel drive and it's got, regular, highway radials on it. And I was worried, if the roads get icy, is it going to be bad? Is it going to be hard? And honestly, it's a pretty flat drive all the way up there. There's not a whole lot of mountain driving, and the little bit of hills that we did have, they were around New York and Connecticut, and it was highway hills. I mean, it's straight line. It's not like you're going around, hairpin curves and trying to climb up the hill and stuff like that. It's nice, 60-mile-an-hour straight line stuff. So, if it was super icy, maybe a little bit sketchy on some of those hills, you might spin a little bit. But I mean, for the most part, it's not really. It was pretty easy drive.
That's good.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, man. So you're going down the series road, man. You're doing series things, man. I think it's awesome. I think it's great.
We got started with that. We got the idea for it right around Christmas time. And just started plugging away, trying to build interest in. And we've got, so far, I think we've got 15 or 16 trucks. We've got another 3 or 4 that are kind of on the fence. They're going to come to the first event and see what it's like. And if they like it, then they might sign up at or after the first event. But it's turned out to be really cool. And, obviously for those who haven't seen me before, haven't, heard me talk about it, the whole idea behind it is, yes, it's for the kids. But more so just it's a poor man's way to go have fun. I mean, everybody in the crowd likes to go to these races. They see all these, high dollar trucks out there competing. They see all these guys with $20,000-$30,000 motors, going and running and doing stuff. And, the 4 and 6 cylinder class is we're the bottom of the barrel, but we still have a lot of fun. And it's just,
That's
you know,
right.
you can go out to the junkyard and pick you up a, $600 Jeep and get some decent off-road tires, get some boggers on there, put a little lift kit on there. And that's really all you need, man. You don't need a whole lot.
As a matter of fact, hold
Yeah,
on.
where's the trophy
I'm
at?
about to say,
His junkyard.
the junkyard Jeep has one of them up there.
Yes,
He almost had
sir.
to-
What's he got up there?
Yes, sir. So everybody can see that right there. Yeah, that's a
Yep.
third place.
Yeah,
Third
On the Jeep.
yeah, I remember
in
that.
Plan C. Thank you very much. So
And we have just as much fun as everybody else. All you need is a really heavy right foot and just let it eat.
that's it, man. I mean, I had a blast, man. I mean, it was actually kind of weird because like in the big tire class, you don't really have a whole lot of time to kind of think about what you got going on, and then I had a chance to, it was a mix. I mean, it was some good. I mean, the corner kind of got a little swirly, but I know when we came over that guardrail, man, because the Jeep was so narrow that it fit between like all the other shit in the guardrail. So when it went up, like, nobody, including myself, expected it to catch any air whatsoever, man. So when that thing hit, I was like hoping it didn't land on the guardrail. So no, man, they're a blast to drive. I mean, Kyle just fixed it, fixed my one, and then we got my other one's a daily driver that I've been driving for how long? I tell you what, 7 years, Kyle.
Yeah.
Like $1,500 7 years ago, man, and I got a ton of mileage out of it. So
Them Jeeps are hard to beat.
Guardrails, man. I don't know if y'all saw Jackson at Twitty's. He had two wheels up on the guardrail halfway through the pit. I said, stay out of the
That's a hard guardrail to cut.
He stayed way off to the side.
Hey, when I hit that guardrail, that's what made it fucking look like that. Twitty's guardrail.
do you want to go over let's go over your rules real quick, Jared, and see what you got.
Sure,
just quick. I mean, not quick. We can, just discuss what you want to discuss. I want to make sure. Can everybody see that, man?
If they got-
Everybody read it, right? Okay, yeah. All right.
Little
So
small.
is there anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
The
trying
rules are all posted on our Facebook page. If y'all go look up sinister.6.series on Facebook, you search for that. You can find the rules. You can find all of our event dates and everything else. Rules are pretty self-explanatory. I mean, we're not quite stock. We're a little bit more than stock just because you got to do a little bit to these little trucks to be able to get them through some of these bogs. I mean, you got to have some good tires. You got to have, good suspension and that kind of stuff, but you don't got to dump a whole lot of money into them. And that's, the biggest rule that we're looking at, the one that we had lots of conversations and discussions about is the vacuum rule. You'll see the first rule up there talks about, engine must pull 13 pounds of vacuum at 800 RPMs. And the reason that's in there is to just kind of say this is not a class for the guys that are going out there spending thousands and thousands of dollars building a race motor. Yeah, we're going to tweak them a little bit. We're going to change a little bit, but we're not, stroking these things out and putting big cams in them and doing a whole bunch of work to these motors. For the most part, everybody in our series, with the exception of about 2 trucks, they all have stock motors. They haven't done a darn thing to the motors. So, and you'll see once the series gets going, the guys that have done a little bit of work to their motors, they don't have, they're not going to have a big advantage. It's going to be, everybody's going to be running pretty well.
Hey, quick question, man. On step side beds, does the guy have fenders?
So no, not really. That's another thing we went back and forth with. Originally, we wanted everybody to have full beds, but we had talked to some people out of Virginia and some people from other places that basically just had bed skins. The biggest thing that we're looking at is we want to keep it somewhat safe. I want to see something over the wheel wells to kind of keep and limit the flying debris a little bit. And that's what we're looking for. I mean, I don't care if you weld something to the side to kind of give it a little bit of a shield, but we want to kind of protect the crowd a little bit from flying debris. Some of these races that we're going to go to this year, the one that rings in mind particularly is Kanawha, up in the western part of Virginia. They've got some clay, muddy soil, but there's a lot of rocks in that soil. Man,
it's a big rock.
Little rock and throws it into the crowd, that thing's going to go flying and hit somebody. So we're trying to eliminate that a little bit, and it's a safety thing more than anything else. We're not trying to tell you got to have a full bed to put a whole bunch of weight on your truck. We just trying to keep everybody safe so that we're not flinging a bunch of rocks and stuff out into the crowd.
Yeah, and also I was reading here, man, the tailgate rule. I like it. I've never thought about a strap breaking, and I ain't, you know what I mean? That's not me being cocky by any means. I just haven't, you know what I mean? I guess I ain't never thought. I've always been so mad if they had to hook it up that I was like, fucking break, you know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know.
Well,
So
and
that's a great
see,
tool, man.
you know, us being smaller horsepower, you know, hopefully we don't have to drag cables very often, but some of the track owners prefer that the 6-cylinder class, you know, drag the cable for their first pass just to see if everybody can make it through the pit. Because, you know, as a track owner, you don't want to have a lot of downtime. You don't want to have to spend a whole lot of time, you know, getting out there and hooking up a truck and doing all that other stuff. So a lot of times, a lot of places we go, being that we're the smallest class in the totem pole, we end up dragging a cable. And that makes it harder to get through the pit because we're dragging all that extra weight. But, you know, that being said, you know, if a cable snaps, we want to see something between, you know, where that cable's hooked up and you as a driver. So I don't care if it's back glass in your truck or a tailgate or window net, but something keeping that cable from hitting you, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
I have a good friend who lost vision in his eye from, they got hung up. He had a Ram Charger and had the back gate off it. And he got hung up and was being pulled out with a snatch rope, and the rope broke, and it come back and caught him in the side of the face. He's lost all vision in that eye just from the impact hitting him in the side of the face.
Yeah, crazy things have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. I moved it down some now. We got, I think there's a couple more no passengers, so no riders at all. Correct, minor.
Yep. And that is you know, that's kind of going back to, you know, what we're getting into with you know, the kids class stuff. A lot of places that we went last year, you know, Jackson was just kind of getting his start in the sport. He going around doing some places, and some places had kids classes. And you know, I had people, you know, asking me all the time, well, you know, can my kid drive? Can my kid drive? Well, from a track owner perspective, you know, every track owner, it took us a lot of work last year to convince track owners to let Jackson race at some of these places. A lot of these places have had rules in place for years and years and years that, you know, must be 16 and up, must be 18 and up, whatever. And then after they'd seen Jackson run somewhere else, they'd say, okay, well, he knows how to drive. He's being safe. He's being cautious. You know, you're out there with him, walking him through the pits, making sure he's not hitting anybody, you know, or driving careless in the pits. And that's where that rule comes in is, you know, if you got a kid and you want your kid to race, spend some time in the backyard, find a neighbor with a farmer's field or something, let them get comfortable with the truck, or let them go to some of these little places that have a kids class where you can ride along with them for a little while. But we want to make sure everybody, all the kids that are driving, can truly drive the truck. You know, they're driving it, they're steering it, they're stopping it, they're hitting the gas. They're actually, you know, in control of the truck.
Yeah, if you're in a racing series, and you shouldn't have to have somebody guide you.
And that's kind of where it's at. And now, don't get me wrong, there's a place for that. I mean, there's, you know, you go to Little Dudes and you'll see kids in the kids class that are 6-7 years old, and they got mom or dad in the passenger seat helping them along. And that's awesome. And they're getting the practice that they need to be able to step up and do something in years to come. I mean, there's some kids up there in the kids class that have been racing since they were 6 years old, and now they're 9-10 years old, and they're old veterans now. You know, they've been doing this for a while, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So what's your strategy going into the first race this weekend, man?
For us, man, I don't know. Go fast. What else can you do? But no, it's going to be a lot of fun. I will say, you know, we've got a lot of trucks in the series, but we've got a lot of other people watching us. And, you know, we went up to the Snow Bog over the weekend, and we got somebody from Massachusetts that's following us back down. He's going to come down here all the way from Massachusetts and race at Little Dudes this coming weekend. So
awesome.
That's cool.
It's awesome. And he's talking about coming to Young's Backwoods with us this year too. He wants to check that place out. So he's going to come to a few of our races. It's a little bit of a haul for him to join the series and be at all of them, but he'll probably be at a few of them.
And what weekend is your Young's?
Yeah, it's right here, close to local us.
Young's will be, let me look at my cheat sheet here. May 26th. So that is what is that? Memorial Day weekend? That's a Sunday.
It is. Yeah. Yep, it is. You know what that sounds like, don't you, Russ? Kyle?
Crew's on down there to check that out.
Sound like Plan C got to make an appearance, man. Sound like Carter got to go down there with them boys, Joe.
It's only like 45 minutes from the shop here.
Yeah, it ain't far at all from Russell's house. It's about an hour and a half from my house.
We should have Southern Outlaw back together by then too.
I know. I need to get in touch with that guy and get him on. come on the show here so we can.
Yeah, they're good people, super nice people.
Yeah.
I've sat and chatted with them, up there for quite a while.
And I'll tell you something different about Young's that I wanted to kind of highlight all that they have to offer up there. With our series, we have so many different types of 6-cylinder trucks. We got some guys that like the, flat straight line pits. We got some guys that like the hill and hole pits. We've got some guys and girls, I should say, that have crossed over from the tough trucks type stuff. And they've got their tough trucks and they're putting mud tires on them. So when we go to Young's, we're going to make one pass in each pit. They've got a deep flat bog pit. They've got a shallow bog pit, and they've got a hill and hole pit. And all of our trucks are going to make one pass in each pit. And every truck that wins each round, they're going to get 1 bonus point for winning in that style of pit. And the score for the event is going to be their combined time out of all 3 pits. So you got to do good at all 3. You can't just have a truck that's fast in the shallow pit. You got to be good at everything. So that's going to be fun, combining all 3 times together.
That's a good idea. I like that.
I do, yeah, man. Because we were talking about some ideas, man. I kind of filled Jared in a little bit on what we had going up here next year with our track, man. In hopes to make sure that we can, accommodate him in the series.
Absolutely.
To show our support in the state of Virginia, man. I mean, dude, like I said, man, I don't know how many times it's got to start somewhere, and it ain't.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, I've been doing it 5 years. We live on ramen noodles and Uncrustables, man. And like, I got a 1-ton that's like, I don't know, 7/8 of the way there. And it's just like, I don't know, man, so it's good to start low, start in the 4 and 6, man, and work your way up. And it gives them a seat time is, I think, the most important thing, I think. Where you don't just jump in something wide open and just.
It's a good budget-friendly class, like I've seen we've all seen the videos of what they put them Jeeps through, and they're fucking strong. Like they roll them down a mountain and flip them back over and take off again. Like,
yeah, we've rolled ours over a couple of times and no major damage. Just fill up the fluids again and keep on trucking.
Yeah.
So I do want to fill everybody in.
A little Jeep now.
I do want to fill everybody in, man. So we decided the Kings of Mud is going to come in, and we are going to sponsor 2 trackside spots at the August race for Jared to pick and let know, or however he wants to do it. If he wants to do some giveaway stuff this year, he can come on the show and give it away, prior. If he wants to give it to maybe a racer that's had some bad luck this year, maybe the racer's got some family in town or whatever, man, So I'll be in touch with him. So I think that's going to be something cool, man.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're welcome. And like I said, obviously try to have you on, as throughout the year, keep you updated on your points and how you're doing, man. We'd like, send me some videos, please. I know we'll be at the Young's race, I'm sure. But some of your other races at Canal and all, man, shoot us some videos, man. I'd love to have you come on and talk about it. That way you can kind of help you get a little exposure with it, man, on our side of it. Because I love watching it, man. I love watching the kids rip it, man. Ain't nothing better, man, really.
Yeah, I'll take something to be said for that 6-cylinder class, too, because there's a lot of guys out here that have never raced a little 6-cylinder truck, and they've always had something with a lot of high horsepower, and you just point it in a straight line and, let off the trans brake and try to keep it straight, and that's all you got to do. You get a little 6-cylinder truck, man, you got to look at that track. You got to find the right spot to run. You got to find the right ruts to run in. You got to figure out where you're going to get stuck, where you're not going to get stuck. You got to drive them 6-cylinders to get them through those pits.
That's right.
Cool. Well, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, good luck to you, man. Safe travels this coming up weekend on your first series race, man. I appreciate you coming on and checking us out, man. And we'll catch up with you throughout the year, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
Oh, man. Well, dude, what do you think, man? Well informed tonight, huh?
Yeah. A lot of good information.
Yeah, man. So what we'll do is we'll get in touch with Danielle. I see she commented on here. We'll get in touch with Danielle and them and get Young's on here maybe next week. And then we'll talk about, I guess me and Kyle, me and you probably going to be in South Carolina in the camper doing this one. Yeah,
we might be doing this live in the camper next week.
Yeah, we might have to. We had to see. I'm hoping. We'll see. But
I hope we got good internet down there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hey, Kyle Rowan, if you're still watching, I hope you got good Wi-Fi, bro, because we're going to need it. But yeah, man, I want to thank everybody for checking us out and tuning in, man. Check us out next week at 8, Monday at 8, man.
Yeah, I want to hear more about these 3 tracks they got laid out down there.
Yeah.
I want to find out what's going on at Young's. The last time I was there, I won but 2 tracks.
And yeah, that's what I heard, man. Yeah, and like I said, man, we need to come in and maybe see, see if we can't do something. Get on there and get some videos and all for that weekend. It's so close to the house, man. I think it'd be cool to go down there and help a little bit,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think she's still looking for vendors. I think Danielle, you still looking for vendors?
I seen that the other day. She was still looking for vendors.
Yeah, let's see. She says she don't do the public speaking, so hopefully she'll type back in 10 minutes.
If Brandon Parrish watching, I know his family, they do the concessions. I don't know if that's the vendor style she's looking for.
Yeah.
But, the hamburger, hot dog, and funnel cake.
Got it. She's full up.
And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she's full up. That's awesome. Cool.
Good.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks everybody for checking us out, man, and catch us next week. Appreciate it. Until next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, brother. Have a good one.
All right, man.